Welcome back. We have Keely Bland joining us today from the Kamloops Museum. It's great to have you back on the show.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yes, tell us about this new exhibit you guys have.
So it just opened last Friday, June 15th, and it's called Ruin and Renewal, Fire on the Interior Plateau, and it kind of talks a little bit about how we kind of manage fire in this community when wildfires are so kind of prevalent. And so it looks a little bit at organizations like BC Wildfire Service and also our local Kamloops Fire and Rescue about kind of all the work that they do and some great artifacts from both those organizations as well. And we also have a little station asking visitors that come to kind of share their stories and reminiscences of last summer. So we can kind of capture those and have them kind of going forward.
It's a very timely exhibit to have, of course, because we were all affected in one way or another by the wildfires last year.
Absolutely.
We'll take a look at some of the video. Of course, this was shot for a news story we did just about a week ago, I suppose. Tell me a little bit about some of the different exhibits in regard to, you know, the stories that they tell.
So you can see Matt right here talking about this kind of BC wildfire kit that he kind of broke apart and put on the wall. So these are the things that people would kind of take into the field when they're going and fighting fires.
Right.
That is a suit from Kamloops Fire and Rescue. That is actually a really cool, one of the original leather buckets from when Kamloops Fire was essentially a bucket brigade, when you passed a leather bucket back and forth to fight fires. Yeah, it's a really great piece. And they have such an amazing collection, and we couldn't get everything because we only have so much room, can't really hold a fire truck in the museum.
Yes.
But a few things like this kind of pull system we were able, tank wagon we were able to move to the museum, but they also still have great stuff over at Fire Station 1 as well.
Yeah, that's great. It's great because a lot of this stuff probably stays buried in boxes and doesn't come out very often, but I think just being at the forefront with the wildfire situation, people are more interested now than ever about, you know, what's all involved.
Absolutely. And this is the station that we've kind of set up for people to record their stories.
Nice.
We actually have the segment that you guys did here at CFJC too about the whole kind of wildfire last summer. So that's playing in the space as well. And some really amazing photos that Matt was able to secure from kind of other different organizations too that kind of show how kind of awe-inspiring and dramatic some events were last summer.
And so you want people to come in and share their stories in terms of writing them down, and then what will become of people's experiences, like my house burnt down or we were evacuated.
Yeah, so it's a little kind of recording station, so it's an audio recording, so it's kind of a little bit like an oral history almost that we want to record for people, and then we'll keep all of those in the archives so they can live as a little bit of a testament of 2017 wildfire season.
That's right. It will be collected in with everything else for the history books. I think that's great. We have 2 black and whites that Keely sent in, and if we could hold on these for a bit. Where is this? This is down in Victoria. This is the old fire hall number 1.
It is. It's the first fire station that was built in Kamloops in 1905. And then those fire trucks outside were the first motorized fire trucks that the Kamloops Fire Department got in 1911. And that original building that you see behind there, that's actually the Kamloops, the Kami Inn right now.
The
Kami Inn. So it might be familiar. It looks a little bit different, but you can kind of still see a little bit the stories kind of maybe that are held in that building.
Yes.
But these kind of stories, we're also doing tours at Fire Station 1 through their collection, and we're going to bring up some of these amazing photos that we have from our archives as well to kind of help tell the story of the fire department here in Kamloops, which is the second oldest fire department in the province, actually.
Is that where the Kami Inn is now?
Yeah, so this Fire Station 1, and then it's moved along to different Fire Station 1. So the current Fire Station 1 is the one it's on Sahali, 1205 Summit Drive is where it is. So they have kind of almost a museum collection there of some great old fire trucks. And so I'm going to be leading tours there this summer.
That's great.
Talking a little bit about the history that goes back to 1884 actually.
That's really great. Yeah. I think it's neat to pull out all these old relics and take the tour and see the things. Here is the best picture. This one rocks, okay? This is down at Riverside Park, circa 1920, with some sort of, what is that called in the background?
They call it
the
bathing pavilion.
The bathing pavilion, not something we have now.
No, and I sent you this photo because we're doing also tours of Riverside Park this summer on Fridays. So starting actually July 6th, every second Friday, I'm going to be tours talking about kind of the use of that park, because it's been also around around for a really long time, and how the land has been used over time has changed a lot. But there's amazing photos that we have. We're also going to be talking about some of the public art in that park as well, because it actually really relates to the history as well. So I'm really excited to show some people around that space over the summer.
Do we get a feel for exactly where about this is at the beach? Like, I just wonder when that building was taken down. There's a story behind this picture, and I love it. None of the people that are in that picture could be alive anymore, right?
No,
Not a single one of them.
That's a really good question, and I'm not 100% sure. I have to do a little bit more digging about that
love it.
building,
It's
about
so
when
neat.
it came down.
Yeah.
But there was tons of different buildings at Riverside Park. There was an athletic association building as well that was kind of a big complex. There was a grandstand. Lots of different buildings that obviously didn't last over time as kind of uses for the space has changed.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, fascinating. So people can get in on those tours. You said it's a walking tour?
It is a walking tour, yes.
Every second Friday?
Every second Friday, so we're doing some in the morning, some in the late afternoon, hopefully to miss the biggest heat component of the day. So people can check out the dates and register on our website, or they can call the museum for more information as well.
And you're the lady with the wealth of information that will be sharing all the
Hopefully,
stories.
yes, I will be the one leading all the tours.
That's
So
really cool.
I'm really excited.
Yeah, great thing to do in the summer months. Keely, thank you for being here.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yes, definitely think about checking out the exhibit at the museum. Great interest to our region right about now as we head into hopefully not a very serious fire season, but we don't know yet. As well, the walking tours every second Friday. You can check it out online. You can also phone that number, 828-3576. We're back after a quick break. Stay with us.